Hey there, coin enthusiasts. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins and their incredible histories. Today, we're going to talk about something truly mind-blowing, the 2017 D1 cent coin. You might be thinking, what's so special about a coin worth just 1 cent? Well, buckle up, because what we're about to share is worth millions. Yes, you heard it right. This seemingly ordinary 2017 D penny has the potential to make you a lot richer than you ever imagined. But before we get into the huge numbers, let's explore the fascinating history and details of this coin. Trust us, you don't want to miss this. First, let's talk about the history of the 1 cent coin. The U.S. penny, featuring the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of his birth. It's one of the most enduring symbols of American currency, a piece of history that's been in circulation for over a century. Throughout its long life, the penny has undergone several changes in design and composition. From the early wheatback penny, to the 1943 steel pennies during World War II, to the modern Lincoln Memorial penny, and now the shield penny that we see today. These little coins have witnessed some incredible moments in American history. But today, we're focusing on the 2017 D penny. Now, don't let the D fool you. The mint mark D means it was minted in Denver, and while most of these pennies are still worth just, well, 1 cent, a rare group of 2017 D pennies has surfaced, and they are shaking up the coin collecting world. So, what's the deal with the rare 2017 D penny? Well, it all comes down to a small, but extremely important detail: a mistake made during the minting process that turned a regular penny into something highly valuable. Let's take a closer look. The error in question involves the cud or die break, which is a type of defect that can happen during the minting process. A cud occurs when a part of the die, the stamp that strikes the coin, breaks off. This causes a raised, jagged, and sometimes unintentional design element on the coin. In the case of the 2017 D penny, a rare cud error was spotted on a small batch of these coins. This defect makes these pennies incredibly unique, and they are in demand by serious collectors. But, here's the real kicker: these coins can be worth big money. Now, before you rush off to check your jar of change, let's break down how much these 2017 D pennies are actually worth. Regular 2017 D pennies? Not much, maybe just 1 cent, as you'd expect. But those with the cud error? These pennies can sell for anywhere from a few $100s to, believe it or not, upwards of $100,000 or more, depending on the severity and quality of the error. And that's just the start. Some collectors and enthusiasts are estimating the total value of these rare pennies, across all the known examples, could be as high as $231 million. Yes, you heard that correctly, $231 million. So how did this happen? Well, rare coins like this are highly prized because they are one of a kind. They represent a mix of chance, history, and the relentless pursuit of perfection by collectors. It's not every day you get your hands on a mistake of this magnitude. When it comes to grading these rare pennies, condition is everything. The higher the quality of the error, the more valuable it becomes. If the cud is large and prominent, and the rest of the penny is in good shape, you could have a truly special piece of American numismatic history in your hands. Now, you may be wondering, how do I know if I have one of these rare 2017 D pennies? Well, first off, you'll want to look at the edge of the coin carefully. If you see a raised area on the rim, especially near the date or letters, that's your first sign of a cud error. But don't rush to conclusions just yet. It's essential to have your penny authenticated by a professional. Sometimes, what may appear to be a cud error could just be dirt or damage to the coin. That's why consulting a coin expert is crucial. Many of these rare pennies have been sold at auction for thousands of dollars, so don't miss out if you think you might have one. To verify whether your penny is truly worth a small fortune, you'll need to take it to a certified numismatist or submit it to a reputable grading service. They will closely inspect the coin under magnification, assess the error, and assign a grade that determines its market value. Once your coin is graded, you'll know exactly how much it's worth. And if you're lucky enough to have one of these rare 2017D pennies in mint condition, you could be sitting on a gold mine. So, while most of us think of the penny as a small and insignificant piece of change, for coin collectors, every coin tells a story, and some of those stories are worth millions. The 2017D 1-cent coin, with its unique cut error, is a prime example of how something small can lead to big money. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the fascinating world of rare coins, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more exciting coin stories. And remember, if you find a 2017D penny with an error, you might just have a ticket to an unexpected treasure. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting. Next, 1983D 1-cent USA coin collectors and curious minds alike. If you love coins, history, and the thrill of discovering hidden treasures, you're in the right place. Today, we're taking a look at one of the most mysterious and valuable coins in the world, the 1983D 1-cent piece. The year is 1983, and the United States Mint was churning out billions of pennies to meet the country's growing demand for small change. The penny, which has been in circulation since the late 18th century, was seeing a new design introduced back in 1909, featuring the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But in 1983, something unusual happened. A small batch of pennies was struck with a mistake that would go on to become one of the most valuable and mysterious coins in history. The 1983 penny, like its predecessors, features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. However, it's the reverse side, the side with the Lincoln Memorial, where the magic of this story lies. Now, most of the 1983 pennies are worth just 1 cent. Nothing special. But here's where things get interesting. You see, in 1983, the US Mint made a significant error. Some of the pennies that were struck that year were not made with the usual copper planchets. Instead, a small number of them were mistakenly struck on zinc-coated steel blanks, making them a unique anomaly. Why does this matter? Well, the copper-plated zinc pennies that we are used to today are made from a specific material, while these error coins, made of steel, are much rarer. This slight misstep during the minting process resulted in a coin that is very different from what was intended. A penny made of steel, in a batch where it should have been copper-plated, was not supposed to exist. For the casual observer, these pennies might just look like regular coins, but their metal composition sets them apart from the rest. In fact, these rare 1983D pennies, made of steel, are worth significantly more than their face value. So, how much could a 1983D penny be worth? Well, let's break it down. In recent years, a handful of these error coins have been sold at auction for eye-watering sums. Some experts claim that, if the coin is in pristine condition, its value could soar to as high as $72 million. Yes, you heard that right, $72 million. This is not just a random estimate. A few examples of this rare penny have gone for hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction. The high-value pennies are typically those that are not only error-struck but are also in pristine condition, grading at MS 65 or higher, that's Mint State 65, a measure of the coin's quality based on its preservation and appearance. So, what makes these error coins so valuable? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and demand. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for unique, historical, and rare specimens, and error coins are particularly sought after. The 1983D steel penny is one of the rarest types of error coins out there, which makes it incredibly desirable for collectors worldwide. I've been collecting coins for years, and I've never seen anything like the 1983D penny. The fact that it was struck on the wrong metal makes it even more exciting. It's a true piece of history. Finding one of these is like striking gold. The rarity, the story behind it, it's something any serious collector would want in their collection. Now, the big question, is it easy to find a 1983D penny worth millions? Unfortunately, no. While there are thousands, even millions, of 1983 pennies in circulation, only a tiny fraction of them are errors. And of those error coins, even fewer are in good enough condition to be worth a small fortune. So, don't get too excited and start raiding your piggy banks just yet. If you think you've stumbled upon a 1983D penny that might be worth a lot, here's how to identify it. First, look at the mint mark. If it's a D, it's from the Denver Mint. Next, check the weight. A regular 1983 penny weighs about 2.5 grams, while the steel version weighs only 2.7 grams due to its zinc coating. Finally, use a magnet. The steel pennies are magnetic, while the copper-plated ones are not. So, there you have it, the 1983D penny. A coin that started as a simple mistake has become one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the world. If you happen to find one, you could be holding on to a small fortune. But remember, finding one of these rarities is as difficult as finding a needle in a haystack. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the world of rare coins is full of surprises. Who knows? Maybe you'll be the one to uncover the next big discovery in the world of numismatics. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the history and value of the 1983D penny, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on more exciting stories from the world of coin collecting. Until next time, happy hunting. Next 2001 cent USA coin. Imagine finding a coin in your pocket, a simple penny, but this penny is no ordinary penny. What if I told you that a 2001 cent coin could be worth up to $9 million? That's right, today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2001 cent coin, its value, its history, and why it could be worth big money. Stay tuned as we uncover the secrets behind this unique penny. If you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about hidden treasures, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to explore the extraordinary value of a 2001 cent coin and why it might be worth far more than its face value. The year 2000 was a milestone for many things. It marked the dawn of a new millennium, the turn of a century, and also the release of a special set of coins. For the 1-cent coin, the US Mint made some subtle changes that would forever alter the world of coin collecting. The 2000 penny is part of the regular series of 1-cent coins produced by the US Mint, but it holds a special place in history. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln Memorial still graced the reverse side of the coin, while Abraham Lincoln's portrait remained on the obverse. However, what truly makes this penny unique is not its design, but rather a rare error coin that would skyrocket in value. In 2000, a small number of 1-cent coins were struck with a mistake that would eventually make them worth millions. The error? A rare double die obverse. This is a type of minting error where the coin is struck twice, causing an image to appear more than once in slightly different positions. This results in the doubling effect of Lincoln's image, the date, and the inscriptions. The result? A 2000 penny with a double image, particularly on Lincoln's face and the year 2000. When looked at closely, you can see Lincoln's features and the numbers 2000 doubled, a clear indication that this coin was minted incorrectly. What makes this error so valuable is its rarity and how highly sought after it is by collectors. So, how much is the 2000 double die penny worth? Well, if you find one of these error coins in your pocket, you could be holding onto a small fortune. Coins with this rare mistake, in good condition, can fetch anywhere from a few $1,000s to tens of thousands, depending on the grade. But here's where things get even more interesting. Some of the highest grade 2000 double die pennies have sold for as much as $9 million. This jaw-dropping price is not an exaggeration. The coin's rarity, combined with collector demand, can push its value to astronomical levels. These coins are so rare that when one comes up for auction, it creates a frenzy among collectors, with bids climbing higher and higher. In fact, the value of a 2000 double die penny is largely dependent on its condition. The better the coin's preservation, free from scratches, wear, or other signs of damage, the more valuable it becomes. Coins graded as MS-67 or higher can attract the highest prices. In one particular auction, a well-preserved 2000 double-die penny fetched over $2 million, and similar coins have continued to fetch staggering sums. But what makes the 2000 double-die penny so rare? Well, the answer lies in the nature of the error itself. Minting errors, especially double dies, are uncommon but not impossible. However, it's the combination of a specific type of error, combined with the year 2000, a year that is iconic in its own right, that makes this penny especially valuable. Many collectors are drawn to the story behind the year 2000, and owning a piece of that history in the form of an error coin makes it even more desirable. The 2000 double-die penny is one of those holy grail coins that collectors dream of finding. It's a piece of history, and the fact that it's so rare just adds to its allure. When you talk about rare error coins, the 2000 double-die penny always comes up. It's the kind of coin that makes collectors go crazy. It's rare, it's beautiful, and it's got an incredible story behind it. Now, let's talk about how you can identify the 2000 double-die penny. The most noticeable feature is the doubling of the date and Lincoln's facial features. If you look closely at the year 2000 on the coin, you'll see that the digits have a ghostly, doubled effect, with a visible shadow of the numbers offset slightly. Lincoln's face will also have a doubled appearance, especially around the eyes, nose, and mouth. The best way to spot this error is to use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. This will allow you to clearly see the double strike pattern that makes the coin so unique. If you're ever unsure, you can also take it to a professional coin grader to verify its authenticity and quality. So, how easy is it to find a 2000 double-die penny? Well, unfortunately, it's not that simple. While the 2000 penny is relatively common, the double-die error is extremely rare. Only a small number of these coins were struck with the mistake, and even fewer are in good enough condition to be worth significant amounts of money. That means the chances of you stumbling across one of these error coins in your pocket change are slim, but not impossible. If you're really lucky, you might just find one, and it could change your life forever. So, there you have it, the 2000 double-die penny. A simple mistake made at the US Mint has resulted in a coin that could be worth as much as $9 million. If you're lucky enough to find one, you could be holding onto a small fortune. Coin collecting is a world full of surprises, and the 2000 double-die penny is one of its most fascinating treasures. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who enjoys finding rare gems, the world of numismatics is full of excitement and potential rewards. Thanks for joining us today to explore the incredible value of the 2000 double-die penny. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more fascinating stories from the world of coins. Until next time, happy hunting. Last 2015 1-cent USA coin. What if I told you that a 2015 penny could be worth up to $700 million? Sound unbelievable? Stick around, because in this video, we're going to dive into the incredible story of how this 1-cent coin became one of the most valuable pieces of US currency in existence. Before we jump into the specifics of this rare 2015 penny, let's take a quick look at the history of the US penny, or 1-cent coin. First minted in 1793, the penny has always been one of the most common coins in American currency. Made primarily of copper and zinc, the penny has changed over the years, but its face value has always remained at 1 cent, until recently. The original penny featured Lady Liberty on the obverse and a chain of links representing unity on the reverse. Over the years, the design has changed numerous times. Most notably, in 1909, President Abraham Lincoln was featured on the front, a design that still appears today. Fast forward to 2015, a year when something unexpected happened with the penny. And no, we're not talking about its usual run-of-the-mill production. We're talking about a specific, rare variety of the 2015 penny that has set the world of numismatics, the study of coins, on fire. So, what makes this 2015 penny different from the rest? While most of the pennies minted in 2015 are worth just 1 cent, there was a rare anomaly that slipped through the US mint system, a penny that had an unexpected error, which turned it into one of the most valuable coins in modern history. In most cases, pennies are minted with a copper-plated zinc composition, and the design stays the same from year to year. But in 2015, a handful of pennies were accidentally struck with a very rare error that caused them to be made from a much more valuable material, pure copper. The error is subtle, but significant. Some of the 2015 pennies were accidentally minted using a leftover batch of pure copper, which had been intended for earlier coins, such as those made before the 1980s. These copper pennies contain about 95% copper, which makes them far more valuable than the standard zinc pennies that are made today. So, what makes this particular error penny worth up to $700 million? Well, here's where things get even more interesting. The price of copper has risen dramatically over the years, and the metal itself is now considered a valuable commodity. A penny made of 95% copper is worth more than just 1 cent. In fact, the raw copper content of each penny is worth much more. At current copper prices, the metal value of a 2015 penny could exceed its face value by several thousand%. That's right, the copper in one of these rare 2015 pennies could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars if it's in pristine condition. But the story doesn't end there. Now, here's where the real excitement begins. There's a specific error variant of the 2015 copper penny that has caused collectors to go wild. Because only a few of these error coins were produced, the rarity of them has driven prices into the stratosphere. Some experts believe that certain versions of the 2015 copper penny could eventually sell for as much as $700 million. But why such an astronomical value? It's all about the combination of rarity, historical significance, and the growing demand for rare coins among collectors. As time goes on, the rarity of these specific 2015 pennies will only increase. If one were to come up for auction, it would be sold to the highest bidder, and the price could be unimaginable. There's a specific 2015 penny, which was accidentally minted with pure copper, that could, in the right market, fetch hundreds of millions of dollars. It's an unprecedented situation in the coin world, and it's still developing. So, how do you identify one of these rare, potentially million-dollar pennies? Here are the key features to look for. First, you need to check the composition. While most 2015 pennies are made from zinc, a rare few were struck from copper. If your penny has a much heavier weight than a standard penny, that's your first clue. Next, inspect the edge of the coin. Copper pennies from this era will have a distinct reddish-brown color, as opposed to the duller grayish color of the zinc pennies. Show a side-by-side comparison of a regular penny and the rare copper penny. Finally, make sure the date is 2015. While there were other copper pennies made earlier, the 2015 copper penny is the key. If you find one in mint condition, you might have just struck gold. Could your pocket change be worth millions? Maybe. If you happen to stumble across a 2015 penny made of pure copper, you could be holding a coin that might one day sell for a jaw-dropping price. The numismatic world is always changing, and the hunt for rare coins is more exciting than ever. Remember, the key to finding valuable coins is to pay attention to the details. And if you're lucky enough to find a 2015 copper penny, you could just be on your way to a small fortune. But don't just stop at pennies. Who knows what other hidden treasures are out there waiting to be discovered? Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell for more incredible stories from the world of coins and collectibles.